The following is a presentation of MRE Uno, Division 2. Welcome everyone to the first of two in the final four of Division 2's second tournament, April Airwave, and tonight we have the one who won their first tournament in this division and as a result has made huge waves across this league. Tapir, top seed, winning the Atmosphere Alley region, taking on top seed Steven in a rematch, no less, of last tournament's final four. How did these two get here? Well, let's take a look. We first start with Tapir, who, aside from the insane run he made in D1 as a showcase player, he's gone 11-5 here, taking down 8 seed Rune in the first round of 32 in a 5-game series. Best of 5 went the distance. And then against 4 seed Goldie, he took care of business in 5, and then took down Sam, who was barreling through the region as a 6 seed in 6 to make it here against Steven. And for Steven, he took down Taco in 5 in first round. Both of these guys playing to the distance in round 1. And then we got to best of 7, and they took it 7 against Geo in the semifinals of the region. And then in the final, the only 10 seed in the entire tournament made it to the regional finals, and Taslim beat her in 6, and their record, Steven, is 11-7. We now look at the bracket of this final four. We got Tapir and Steven coming up in moments, and then Gone and Myhill, two 7 seeds. We have 2 1 seeds and 2 7 seeds. Pretty much captures this tournament pretty damn well, because you have all 4 1 seeds made it to the regional finals, and 2 have made it, and now 2 7 seeds, newbies to the division, newbies to the league that we didn't really have too much data on. They have made their mark, and that'll be Gone in My Hill tomorrow, 2 o'clock Eastern time, streaming live, and 2 7 seeds going head to head to play the winner of this one. We bring it down to the table. And joining me in the booth, we got Yoshi, we got KT. This is a special one, you guys. And we already seen a rematch. Yoshi, I'm going to go with you first. We've seen these guys already in our Final Four atmosphere. Steven looking to avenge his loss in February Flurry. Talk to me about the keys for Steven to get a win, and also about the vibe of a rematch between these two overall.
A big rematch because it's in the same spot they were in last time. It's not like they're rematching in the in Elite 8 or round of 16. They're back in the Final Four and rematching at that Final Four. So it's definitely one of those key matches you look out for. Especially for Steven, because he did end up losing against Tapir in the first one. So he's really looking to make a name for himself and get this win. And I think he is definitely one to do it compared to other people so far. I mean, no offense to anyone who lost to Tapir, but I mean, Tapir's been cruising so far. I mean, so I think Steven, I think, could definitely make this a close game, given the last time it was a 5-3. So what I think for Steven is just not it's just keeping it composed, try to minimize mistakes. Maybe throw something out there that Tapir won't expect, or just stick to what you went to last time and hope the cards go more in your favor this time around. I'm sure the last tournament match against these two, it was I'm sure it was an even matchup, but and there might have been a game or two where Tapir had like just better hands. So I think with Steven, I think he's definitely got to look for better hands overall so he can get that advantage. And then they both understand the power play at this point, so I feel like that's just going to be. I feel like they're going to understand when to use it, so I don't think that's going to be much of a concern. It's just uh so yeah, I think for Steven just gotta uh play as he normally does and try to minimize mistakes because he's had some comeback wins which shown that he's probably made mistakes earlier in the tournament, but here he's gotta, especially now, he's gotta make sure he goes into this mistake free, and if he loses he could at least say that he did his best.
No doubt. And I'm going to turn it over to Big Boss KT. Boss, we've I think we've run out of things to say about Tapir. We've talked about him plenty up in D1 in his showcase spot. Now he's solidified himself in that division. You could say this could be his last ride in this division after starting here. He won the tournament February Flurry to get his way into Aquatic April and D1, playing double dipping this second tournament. And now he's in the Final Four again after just losing out in the Final Four in D1, and now he's poised for big things, and this could be it for him in D2. Just talk to me about Tapir, what you're going to expect from him tonight, and just overall thoughts on him, because he's just blown up the entire league ever since he got here.
Yeah, man, he's towering Tapir, right? And we talk about the old towers out there. Of course, you got big towers out here in America. You got big towers out in Dubai. But he's just towering Tapir, man. He's a force to be reckoned with. But is he invincible? No. We all know in this league. We look at the last time these boys met up. The lowest card start was 7. The highest card start was 15. They quantify about an average of 11.2 on the card starts. You're going to see a lot more higher to mid-tier package from both these two. Look, I have nothing but respect for Tapir. I've said thousands of things for this man. I've talked to this guy since February. He's grown as a player and a person that nobody would have expected to make a run of this nature. But at the same time, look, I mean, Steph, I shoot, I know him, man. I mean, we trained. We trained. This is one of the first guys that I remember from this league I played, and I told him, look, you're a stud too. You know what I mean? He knows what to expect. It's a rematch. He's got a lot of table talk. These guys like to table talk it up. I remember vividly from the last match, table talk was a massive, massive talking point, and they know what's going on. I know both of these guys very well. I think the key difference is going to be, in my opinion, in this match is going to be if Stefan can get shots on Tapir early, as in if he can start putting some shots and maybe getting a lead on split ammo control. I think that's Steph's next evolution is just try to get the split ammo control, right? If you can get the split ammo control down, that'll be one thing. And then for Tapir, I mean, it's the same story I've always been saying, man. He's never going to rush Straw City. He's never going to rush to the finish. He's a cool, calm, collected player. Sure, sometimes he'll, like I said, as a tower, sometimes he'll have to experience all the elements, whether it be rain, snow, sleet, hail, you name it, thunder, lightning. But he's still made of titanium, right? And that's how Tapir's been playing this entire season. Straight titanium. Is for Stefan, he's just straight steel. It's steel versus titanium, which is going to win out tonight. Should be a good one. And I'm looking forward to seeing what that high card start shootout style is going to be. Should be fun ammo control, too, as well. Back to you, Short. Short?
Sorry, I had me muted. I appreciate that, KT. Steven one of few players to play the slower pace. This division full of UUL players that play fast paced 7-card Uno, and Steven's one of the outliers. He's one of few that didn't come from that corner of Uno community, and now he has another shot here in the Final Four. No, we're not. Anyways, Yoshi's going to be acting as ref tonight. This is just a reminder on the rules for those unfamiliar. We have now at a best of 9. In February Flare, when these two met up, it was a 5-3 Tapir win en route to his tournament championship. This is best of 9 MCSR, 1 power play on the board, as you see on the scoreboard. So without further ado, Yoshi, it's time for game 1, and the arrow is pointing towards Tapir.
Okay, how many cards do you like Tapir? Everything's on the table.
All right, going 10. Mid-tier package. Something Tapir's learned to evolve with. He came into this league out of EUL, mostly all 7 card best of 3, and now he's really learned that mid-tier package, and that is one of his keys, as well as living with Draw City, daring them to draw back with them, and that is what got him so far in D1, and now here we are in D2, as he's already a tournament champion, and now he's looking to make it another, as we start on that yellow reverse. Open board
Right,
for
nice.
Tapir.
An action card start. I mean, at this point, it's just a tradition here. And oh my goodness, we are starting with a Clint play.
Whoa.
10 cards. I mean, it's not the worst thing, but it's still pretty bad.
This reminds me of Yepes, like Yepes early games.
Well,
Yeah.
I guess that shows why he went for that. He played the green 4 on accident there. Of course, Steven is not gonna make sure to get out of that 4.
And we're going to red. So Tapir, after that little Clint play, reverse 4 play to the yellow, Steven with the 2, and now we're into red. Steven's going to roll with it with the 6, and now Tapir 1 down this time with the 5.
Okay.
And Steven to green very quickly.
It looks like we're going to see the color.
That's 3 colors in the
card.
first 2 minutes. Absolutely do not have a green 4. Hey, there's the green 4. Oh, goodness me.
All right, so no indoors.
That's absolutely not a green 4. Yeah, I swear to God. Oh.
Okay.
Tapir, how could you? It's a green 4.1. Anyways.
Let's see what Steven. Steven was aware of that, but he might have planned something ahead because of that. So, for switching into green, it's one of those plays when you get to the final 4.
Steven will go with the 1.
The switch has become more strategical, and I think Steven's gonna have something planned, but it could come. But if Tapir has an answer, it could start to go downhill. But we'll see. As
He's going back to red, and
ooh,
still looking for that blue for Pandora. Skip 3 combo for Steven.
Okay. Don't think we've seen a draw yet, but Tapir potentially looking for something here.
They're dead even.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah, neither of them have drawn yet. Back to green for Tapir. Can Steven keep rolling with it, or are we going to see our first draw of the game?
That's ISO. That's ISO move right there. ISO.
Yep. He's learned that plenty. And, Tapir back to red on the +4.
That's perfection. That's perfection right there.
And that's Steven back.
And
that's it.
Well,
and a two +4s in a row in the 0 sugar finish. Tapir with, though, going up 1-0, and really, I'm going to start here with Tapir. Tapir, I mean, looking at that was plan A for both of you until you made that ISO play to green. Talk to me about your thought process going for green, knowing that. Did you know that was going to slow him down, or did you just think, well, I have 2 +4s, there's really not much more you can say, because you can say that's a good ISO play, but +4s going back to red, no different. And Steven, same thing to you. You kind of had that ISO, kind of had that plan A type mentality. Y'all were both running down to the finish until he made that green switch. How can you bounce back and get game 2 after going down 1-0? The blunder. Yep, yeah. That inadvertently concealing +4s, the blunder, never letting crisis go to waste.
For me, my game plan is to snatch all of Tapir's +4s and use them myself. Take that. Boom. I win. I'm beating Tapir.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I guess. Tapir's +4 generator is working right now. So far, at least.
All right. Well, Yoshi, that really it's just a case of two plan A's until Tapir made that one play to put Steven away, and with 2+2s, you've got a lot going for you if you can get 2+2s, not much 2+4s, excuse me.
Right.
You get 2+4s, so you have a lot going for you because that's half of them out of the deck.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, even then, I do think Tapir played really well with the switches and stuff. So I think for Steven, he probably just ran out of good cards. Good cards at the end. So I doubt he could have done much different. So just a clean game. I think we can move on.
All right. Well, I don't think there's much more we can say about that one. I think we've covered everything. So let's go to game 2, Yoshi.
Yeah. So here once again, up back to you. So just can't pick 10 for game 1. For game 2, what is it going to be here?
No splash cards. Oh, goodness. Going 8, couple down.
Down a little bit. Okay.
Not lower. Yes, yeah, that's a hint that we knew about Yoshi. That Steven's probably gonna want to try and up the card start once the arrow shifts to him.
Yeah, I mean, if Tapir gets these first 2 wins, it's not the worst thing in the world because it was from his homestand. So maybe I think for Steven, he's got to look for one game on Tapir's homestand. So then when it goes to his, he can get into the card starts he likes. So this could be a big advantage if he gets it.
Yeah, Tapir built his career on 7. He's not gonna go too much higher. He should have built it on 12. We're going
All right, first time we've seen blue in the series.
Freaking stupid calculator. We're into blue. Ditto play there.
Okay.
And the blue 9, and now 2 down for Steven.
Okay.
Tapir with the
Keeping it
4,
going with
1
the
down
blues.
for Steven to the 3. Once again, it's plan A, plan A.
Oh man. Okay.
And,
That's
into
the
green.
switch that
Steven
I
may
think
not have liked that.
I do think.
Oh, into yellow, trips 3.
Okay, we go back to yellow here. I do think that switch into green was probably a switch that Tapir was looking for, but maybe he might just have 2 colors. Oh my god. Okay, I was gonna say if that's game, that is something.
Yeah.
Bot
Bot
okay.
lag. And Tapir's down to 1 with the 1. Steven at 6.
Let's see what we're looking at here.
Looking to try and stave off Tapir.
Steven's gonna have to think about this one for sure.
And yeah, that message is really just bot lag. It doesn't necessarily mean I can't DM you. There's always the hand button.
Oh no, Tapir!
Tapir,
oh, no!
Oh
Tapir!
no!
Is that checkmate? Is that check?
Oh no! Uh-oh.
Matches?
Oh!
Well, yeah.
That I
mean,
I don't know. Do you think the question of it is if that was legit or just a mind game? It's a
Oh.
I mean, of course.
Oh.
You can't expect him to be truthful at that point.
Yeah. This is Tapir. This isn't Tapir. This isn't
I think we're about even
at
right
its
now
finest.
in the card numbers.
Tapir, but
God.
cancels it out. He's back down to 2.
This will be insane.
And that's it. 3+2s. And arguably that came off the +4, but honestly, if you're Steven there, what else can you do when down to check? It's a self-preservation move, and he was just screwed from that. He just got burned.
Yeah.
And the mind game.
To say. Yeah, Steven, I mean, unless there's anything more you can add to what I just said, really, he just got burned by that plus by throwing those 4 at him. I mean, you couldn't take that chance with him in check. Whether he was talking about having a wild or not, yeah, +4 is all you had. You couldn't really take a chance. Like, you couldn't. It's plain and simple. And I don't think there's much more you could say about it, Yoshi. That's really all you can say is just he couldn't risk it. He couldn't risk him being in check, and he just got burned by the top deck, plain and simple.
Yeah. It's not going his way right now. I mean, it's better for that to happen earlier than later. So I think it's not the worst spot to be in, but I think if you want to have a shot at this, you probably want to get one back very soon because you don't want Tapir running away with this because once he does, it's hard to come back. So
Indeed, and yeah, Steven needs a road game at this point because he's got to get a road game now because Tapir swept his first homestand, so now without a road game, Steven is not going to win, or even keep the series alive. Period. As it's going to go back to him it's going to go to him for the first time, and obviously you both have a power play on the board, and it's time for game 3.
he's going for the 15.
Olsen, break him out. It's time. We all knew it was coming.
Zoom.
All right, so as far as we're concerned, I think Tapir can. I feel like Tapir's the type to handle with any card start. It's just really for Steven of just preferring this. So I think, or just a way to do something different from the card starts that Tapir's been going for. Okay. Steven hoping that the luck goes more in his favor as far as just
immediate switch to yellow.
Yeah, just one of those switches when you have a lot of cards. Just might as well just try something here. Wow. Already. We have trips 5 technically, and Steven could make it a rainbow if he wanted, but if he doesn't have to, I don't think he should.
The trips 5 off the top. Back to green. Steven seems to not like green, but he's going to go with it, too. Rainbow fail. Womp womp. No Skittles for you. And Tapir's going to keep it green. Oh, God. Okay. With the 6 for Tapir. 1 up from his previous play.
Oh, he's going to get
back to
yellow
into with the 6 switch.
Could be given...
Revoke the Skittles!
Could be given a sign for Tapir because this is the second time Steven has switched into yellow.
Yeah, this little 2-color suffocation short. Tapir will have some extra in the tank, though.
Definitely. And
yep.
Steven likes the yellow, though, so he's going to keep it yellow. The question is does Tapir have any more green to flip it back?
Let's see.
1 up this
one
time.
Up.
To the 7. And 3 for Steven.
Yeah, they're going down with the yellows here.
Play some reverses. Oh, goodness.
Could be...
Oh, into red.
Yeah, I was going to say, I was thinking, I felt a switch coming soon. That's Pandora's, but, I mean, blue was only just the starting card. So, okay, thank God that wasn't a card that he had.
He goes near the top floor with the 8 on the red. Question is, does he have the yellow?
Oh yeah, that would be funny. Yeah.
And 0 sugar play, cherry red.
Okay. We're here to see. Also, just recently noticed. I don't think I've seen a table check at all so far.
These games have been real quick. That we haven't had to pull. Actually, well, we had not in this game, but we did see it before that +4 by Steven.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah,
Yeah, for sure. Okay, it's still relatively even right now with Steven with a possession lead, I believe here. As they're just running down colors right now. So I feel like there's gonna be a point where something's gonna happen and they're not. Yeah,
They're
we're
not
just seeing a
drawing
lot
much.
of.
It's crazy.
Yeah, I was gonna say like they're just
It's
they they're
it's been straight plan A, really.
yeah they're
Tech. Oh God.
oh yeah making sure the stream is good. I'm sure it is.
The cloud.
Uh,
That's what.
well,
Ditto play, and let's switch it up a bit. Steven says, "Oh no! Oh, we're going blue."
not that gift. I've seen that too many times. Go into blue and Tapir with another ditto. That's 4 4s played in a
Oh
row.
my goodness. Quad 4, and it's 2 dittos, and now top floor blue. Watch the chain.
I think he was referring to the 4s, but maybe
Yeah,
he could be
maybe.
on a run.
Oh,
Oh
no,
my
ditto.
god.
Ditto again. Oh, the dittos are crazy in game 3. Triple
Another
ditto
one.
indeed. Triple ditto, 2 4s and then a 9. Oh my goodness.
Now, I feel like we're getting a little bit close. Um, they're further. They're both kind of having the same strategy. It's just gonna be who gets the execution first. Oh, here. This is what I'm
Oh,
saying
plus
because we got a
4.
+4 played.
And
Could this be
he likes
Steven's
green now. He likes green now.
We could see a Steven win here if he gets the run to the finish. Oh, he doesn't, but he gets to
0
Uno, and it's a
sugar.
green
So
0.
that's 6 to Tapir. Steven's giggling, but Tapir, he's got 6 cards to his name.
To be fair, I don't mind that play though, even
No.
though if it wasn't for the win, because you're down 2-0.
You gotta
You
start
gotta try
trying
something
things.
here.
You gotta play a bit more aggressive.
Yeah, well, Tapir go for an ammo fire right back, or is he gonna take a chance here with a wild? Maybe just switch into color with a wild, or no,
Oh,
it's gonna
no, plus
+4.
4 back at him. That didn't take much.
Okay,
Still not quite cancel it out. 5 out of
go
6.
right. We go right
Oh.
back to blue, and Steven did not get a good cards out of that. It's unfortunate for him.
Go, big boss.
Yeah, man, that's what Tapir said. 1-2 classic, right? The classic 1-2, and on the old holster, quick +4, nullify that out, and put him back. And now we'll see some green isolation, but this is Tapir, man. He's gonna have extra in the reserves for sure.
Indeed he will. He fell right into my trap.
Yeah.
He had the both
Wow.
blue 3s. What is going on? The dittos have been crazy. Self dittos. Oh my goodness. Longest game of the series right here. Presenting KT Classic.
No.
Whoa!
Yes, sir.
Whoa! Keeps it blue,
Okay,
draws
let's
on
see
the
what got blue
switch.
too.
ISO play puts them both against the wall, but Steven is playing with it.
Well, we're going back to
Congratulations.
green though.
Crossover.
Crossover to green, yep.
There he is.
Okay.
And there's a skip for Steven. And they're
Ooh, we're
looking
going
for a
zip back.
triple.
Gonna switch out
Red
of
skip.
green right off the
Looking
bat.
for the
Ooh.
quad. Double red skip. He had both of them. And yellow skip for the win, Steven.
There you got it.
She's calling GG. He had the ammo to finish it. There it is.
As soon as he
Steven's
switched
on the
the
board.
color, didn't matter what he switched into.
Yeah, he had them
Wow.
all. Goodness. Well, Steven, definitely good to get a win there, going down 2-0. How you feeling after that win? Getting back in the series, great win there.
No, yeah, it feels amazing. Like, I think the last time what my downfall was that I ended up having the lead against Tapir in the first few matches, and I feel like it's my destiny to always lose in the first few rounds and then make a comeback. So I'm just keeping my fingers crossed, y'all. I'm working my magic.
Well, Tapir, you threw cards around a lot. You pulled out a classic, but not enough because Steven had the run of a lifetime. That green switch has got to sting because that's what's really started it all for him. Anything you look at, you could pinpoint, you could change that would have gotten you a better result there. Definitely, y'all have been playing Plan A both sides, really. There haven't been little to no drawing in these first 3 games. Yoshi, this has been a lot of Plan A play, and Tapir's shown his skill. He's flashed his skill. He's shown the things that D1 has taught him in this match and in previous matches in this tournament. Yeah, top deck the chain. Yeah, exactly. Well played indeed. But he's pulled out some tricks, but a lot of top deck luck from both for sure. All right. Got burned. Okay.
I'm here, boss.
Okay, KT, I'll ask you the same question. So yeah, I mean, Tapir's pulled out some of the tricks he's learned in D1, but really a lot of top deck chains to finish these games for sure.
Well, the problem is, right, when it comes to top decking, you see Tapir, he's trying some isolation tactics, which was great. But isolation, sometimes when you try to cross back over into the green, what you try to do is think, okay, I'm limiting the ammo, right? And Tapir's thinking in his head, perfect, got him. He used the green +2. Boom, I got him where he can't do another green +2. Why would he have a second one? But you can't really fault anyone there because if you get top deck heaven with no skips or reverses being played, the isolation can be nullified. Both guys did a good job. It's been Plan A type of night all night. And when it's Plan A type of night all night, your first plan's working. Usually the second bullet in the gun, it takes a little bit to get heated up. I think we're going to start seeing that very close, especially if Tapir loses this next one. And I think the second bullet in the gun will go into Tapir's plans A, B. So he learned a lot from Course D1, but he's also played a lot of Uno too. He'll figure this out. Stefan's doing a good job, or Steven, excuse me. He's doing a good job understanding the situation, taking advantage of those top decks, not buying into the classics and not buying into isolation all the time and just running it clean. Being a little aggressive on that +4, +2, I agree, is a good move. Force Tapir's hands, use that +4, and sometimes get the ammo back in your favor. It's good classic chess on the Uno tables.
All right. Well, looks like Yoshi's back. Okay. Yoshi,
Yes.
we've got unless you have any additional comments on game 3, you can move on.
Yeah, no, I just think it was kind of just so far. I mean, given the fact that we have 2 games now where people got good stuff out of the +4. I mean, no, that was. I just realized I said that he didn't get much out of the +4 because when it went to blue, Steven immediately drew, but it actually, I was actually completely wrong because that was because if the color wasn't blue, he would have won the game. So that was just kind of a funny situation there. But seeing that we have 2 games where this kind of stuff happens, it might become a strategy for either player to go for. Because I mean, there's always that you can always adapt to kind of the way the game's been playing so far, and I think it could definitely. So far, I mean, the +4 is for at least the player that got to Uno, and then get +4. They get some good stuff. So, we'll see if that becomes a continuing strategy, or are they going to try something different and expecting the bot to switch things up. So, it's an interesting situation, but Steven definitely needed that. We'll see what he goes for game in this next game.
Yeah, no doubt. Steven, like I said before, he needs a road game. Plain and simple. And we'll see if he can keep it going. And full sends off the table.
Oh,
so let's go
okay, yeah.
4.
So you just can't pick 15.
Oh,
Okay.
double OG. Oh goodness.
We're go real down, yeah, all the way down to 1 less. Fair enough. A yellow too. I think that's the second time we've seen that. Not in a row, but that's the second time in general.
Steven's going to play with it with the 6, and obviously another high card start for him. But like we said, he needs a road game, or it's not gonna bode well for him in this series. And yeah, although it is a best of 9, still good to sweep the homestand. And just like a D1, best of 9 is 2-2-2-2-1. So Tapir, if it goes all the way to 9, Tapir's gonna have the last laugh. In that last choice, anyway. Whether it be the last laugh is yet to be seen, as we are just rolling with that yellow. And it's been a lot of Plan A top deck game with the ammo, and now it's Stevens with a run. He's gonna go into blue, triple play.
I haven't seen too much of this. I feel if they use the ammo early, typically it's like a double play or something. But here we're starting to see some more coming out, and I think this is a good idea. As Tapir goes for the double as well, and with the bot lag of the blue 0.
Yeah, skip 0 sugar, blueberry, and Steven with the 2.
Okay.
Little roll with that ice cold. Tapir looking to respond. He guesses red. Red 2.
Okay. We go to a different color now.
Colors now in the first minute and a half. And Steven's going to pounce the double play. Skip 4.
Action. With just a double play, though.
Now +2 combo, +6 into yellow for Tapir, and that's a triple play.
Potentially sense something there. It's just going to +6 casually.
A lot more balanced ammo play. Not a lot less control. I mean, they found a lot more. That might just be what it is. We've just seen a lot more numbers, and they've just found the right colors. But now we're seeing a lot more ammo this round. And Tapir is doubled up on Steven.
Wow. Yeah. Just back to that yellow. It's an interesting play. And Steven's going to play cool, and I think that's a good play because it worked. Yeah, I was going to say, I think, I had a feeling that, he wanted the +6, but Pierre was probably just hoping for a switch right after. But we're going to get it just a turn later.
Into green, so Tapir draws on the yellow, and then Steven immediately switches over. We talk about Tapir being the one to be comfortable with Draw City, but Steven is making every switch in the book here, and is fine with it. Oh, back to green, and that's another ISO play. Got him out of the yellow, and that was a little bit of control Steven may have lost. That's just lag. Ignore it.
So, Steven has to think here now, because I think with the double green 6, it's clear that he wants green. So, still at 5 cards. But yeah, playing it cool for now, just to see what happens from this point, because it's, Tapir could be in these situations where he has to run to the finish, and it's hard to tell when he's at that run. So you just got to make that right prediction.
He's still rolling with the green. They go back and forth. Tapir still with a 4-card lead on Steven. Who's going to run down first?
We're just keeping the greens going, and Tapir's now at 2.
Steven again. Tapir. 4. Oh, and that's a quick double sneak. And that was plain and simple. I think, Yoshi, the only thing you could think of for Steven there is, what if you just drew back with him on that yellow? Because that's really one of the few times you've seen Tapir run out of a color. I just wonder, for control, you want to maybe consider drawing back on that.
Yeah. It was definitely an interesting strategy. I mean, the way I understand what Steven was going for. That was a lot of greens that Tapir had in comparison to his 1 red and the +4. So like, I think that was just unfortunate. Because if he just had 1 more red, he wouldn't have just got the game win right there. He could have got to Uno. And I think for Steven as well, there were a lot of numbers played there, but he wasn't able to switch out, and I feel like that's what he was going for, given that the greens were running down more and more. But unfortunately, just nothing went his way this game, which as long as that doesn't get in his head, I think he'll be fine. But obviously, I think he just went for something, definitely a risk. Definitely a risk. Definitely could have just been willing to draw back, and not challenge it. But it's hard. It's hard to tell. It's hard to predict if you should or not. And I think, yeah, I'm not sure. I think it could have went either way. I think if it's hard to tell if drawing back would have actually helped him or not. It just because we don't know what he would have drawn. So I think either way, you had to just pick an option that could work and could not work. And as far as Steven, I mean it's not like his plays are bad. I just think he's just he takes some chances, doesn't look back, and I think that's the way to go. It just appears just finding his way right now. So this is still looking to be pretty even for sure.
Yeah, they're definitely pretty even. I think just some good hands for Tapir made a difference. He's definitely made some plays that you could exhibit some skill, but both of them doing that, I feel like we've seen some responses for both. Yeah, Tapir said sweating bullets from having all green, and Steven saying his hand sucked. KT, you got something?
Yeah, well, you look at right now, obviously, we've talked about this coming into the game. Tapir is seeing all these D1 looks, right? But the thing is, Short, it's not easy to decipher a D1 look. Let's look at the sneak attack, right? That's a classic move I've done. He knows that. And then the classic, what was it, pocket sixes right there? Isolation. It's just isolation, man. And those ISO tactics are the difference, right? He's just seen that. He understands how to decipher that. What Steven's doing a really good job of, though, from what I can tell, is using some of his ammo early and forcing Tapir to burn up stuff in common fashion. He just didn't have the +2s, though. Right, those +2 combos were the only two things that were separating him from a win. Tapir's doing a great job processing information, and that's what you get when you play a D1 special, right? You had the data processing, you had the looks, but you got to also understand Steven doesn't know what he doesn't know, and sometimes when you don't know what you don't know, you force Tapir into rush a little bit of situation, and he's doing a good job combating it. I wonder if the high stuff is not the issue, and it's more just understand anticipation and timing. Because once he understands the anticipation and timing of a run, like those +2s, want to do it correctly, I think he can make a quick adjustment and get this into a closer match. But now with the power play, Tapir just needs that one more win, then things get serious right here. So we'll see what he does for Game 5. Should be interesting. Yeah, offensive ammo is a magnet for defense. That's it. Right, it's yin and yang, baby. It's yin and yang, right? It's the ebbs and flows of this game. Sometimes you want to go on offense, sometimes you want to go on defense, sometimes you want to stay neutral. This guy know when anticipation runs. Steven's in a good lesson here to understand the anticipation of the runs from the man Tapir, the master of D2 right now, for sure.
All right, and just again a look at that pod bracket. Tapir, Steven here, Gone My Hill tomorrow, 2 o'clock, 7 seed battle. We'll talk more about them later. And the finale, we'll hopefully get the finale done here this week by the weekend at the latest, depending on everyone's availability, depending on who makes it through. But Tapir, he's 2 wins away from a finale, Yoshi, and now Game 5, and it goes back to him.
Yep. So you just can't pick 14 cards. So what's it gonna be for Game 5? Could be a pivotal one. I think it's a pivotal one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pivotal whether it's 3-1 or 2-2.
Or 4-1 or 3-2.
3-1 or 2-2. Yeah. Yeah, it'll be 4-1 or 3-2 by the end of it. Tapir
Right,
ruling
yeah,
his
yeah, yeah.
decision. I'm saying whether it's a 3-1 lead or a 2-2 tie in Game 5. That makes it
I
it's
see.
pivotal
I
either
see.
way. And we're gonna go with 9. So Tapir keeping it to that mid-tier area. And we're gonna start at the ground floor. Cherry red. Let's do it.
Here we go. Red 1.
And he's gonna ditto the bot with the 1. Ground floor.
Mm.
We're staying down there. We're not jumping in the elevator yet. There we go. Steven up to the 4th floor. Tapir. That mid-tier package, less options to play with. Supersonic elevator. Oh, to the top floor with the 9.
Ooh, okay.
And once again, power play online for both these guys. And Steven draws early.
Okay.
Again, no, that's the basement. That is the basement, Eli. And to the 2 is underground. And Steven will continue to draw, and Jason has 0 sugar and corn. Yeah, that's valid. And a switch to yellow. And Steven makes a table check. Tapir's double him up once again. 10-5. Does Steven have
Yes.
any yellow to play with here?
Yeah,
And
clearly
he
just
will.
had
Yep, with the 6.
didn't have gray red stuff on the red, so definitely a different situation here that Steven's gonna have to figure out because from the looks of it, I mean he's probably just not getting good cards at the moment.
Yeah, drawing
So
early on that red, definitely a sign. But they're vibing with the yellow for the time.
yeah, Steven gotta be careful here. If he because with the Pier, I mean with just one good card, it's game could be over quickly, but we're gonna see a switch, and it's one of those switches where you kind of question it a bit, but with the so little cards, it could actually work out.
Into blue for Steven now. Here. He's down to 3 at this moment. It is 7-3. 2.5 minutes into this one. Tapir easily could have a triple, and he does. 4-1.
Oh,
That triple play, and that is just it. Tapir Yoshi's just been exhibiting ammo control left and right. He's had great hands, and he knows the right way to use it. Plain and simple. He's had the right endings at the right time when he's won, and he's been showing it over and over again.
yeah. So I guess in that situation, Steven did have the right idea because that switch into because keeping a yellow would have because switching into yellow there. I mean, keeping a yellow would have also caused the loss there. So just switching to the wrong color really. Just yeah, I mean everything went right for Tapir. I can't even say much. I mean, for Tapir, he really just needs a +4, and that's just the connector he needs. It doesn't even matter what other cards he has. That's kind of the disadvantage that Steven's at right now. He's not really getting any, and it's kind of it's putting him in a position where he's probably just not comfortable and stuff. And we'll see. I mean, we'll see if he can come back from this. We've seen this before. Even in his game against Tapir, I mean, I remember Steven was starting to get some games back before he ended up losing in the end. He was still he still kept it close afterwards. So I think Steven's just looking to keep it close right now. I mean, hopefully this will be the time that the cards go more in his favor because now he can't really afford to lose. and Tapir knows how to use that power play. So there's a lot on the line now. He's got to make the right
Indeed.
moves.
Yeah. I'm seeing, Steve, in your comments about the power play regret. I don't know if you wanted to give us any insight into what you could have done with that, and also, is there anything you feel you could do differently to try and turn the series around into a 4-1 comeback?
I guess definitely play more aggressively. I tried to save up, be more greedy. Honestly, I'll just show the hand that I had at the moment. So yeah, pretty good. I
Ooh,
definitely
wow.
regret using not using my power play means. So I feel like I could have got that game in the bag, but I was dumb. But it's okay. We learn from our mistakes, and I will win 4 straight games in a row. I promise.
I love the confidence. Yoshi, let's see what they can do here. Tapir is in a clinching scenario. It is game 6.
Game 6, yeah, this is Tapir's call. So, but if Steven gets the win, he will have the next 2. So definitely looking to get this one. But for Tapir, you got wow. For Tapir, just can't pick 9. So to get the win into the final, what is gonna be the cards? What's gonna be the card start?
Yeah, not really any connections, but at least would have set you back because you had the finisher there. I mean, it would have at least kept him alive a little bit. Oh, he's going up to 13. We're going up into that high tier package. A little bit of a change here, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah, might have just had something going on. He could come back. We'll see. But we got blue on start, and yeah, 13's relatively high, and I think Tapir's definitely gonna try it as just hoping that he just needs that one good card to allow him to use the power play and get it done. So I could see the vision here as he does another Ditto as a starting play.
Oh, into green already. Ditto's the bot, and then we're into green. Trips 1, including the bot start. And Tapir is going to roll with that green.
All right, we're going into green and keeping it that color for a little while. We'll see if this keeps going.
One down this time. Yellow for Steven. Now seeing 3 colors in the first minute. And reverse 8 for Tapir. Double play. Yoshi, they're starting to bring that ammo out a little earlier. We saw the more triple plays earlier on, and less even in the first few games. And now they're starting to break that ammo out a little bit more. But Tapir's had it all really.
Double play. That's definitely going to be Pandora's. So haven't seen that too often, I would say. I think they usually like to wait to use one color for a little while. So what we're seeing here is a switch right out of red. And I think this could go 2 ways for Steven. I think it's a solid move. And it
Tapir
works well.
draws. Oh, that looks like a good one, at least at first glance for Steven. And he's going to go 1 down with the 8. Tapir, did he find something off the top? No. And Steven can roll, and this is true ISO play. Dittos himself there. This is the first ISO play you really see out of Steven, and now he's finally starting to find some momentum here in Game 6 in an elimination scenario down big in this series.
For sure.
Yep, he's up 5 now. This is a bigger deficit lead for Tapir.
Okay. Yeah, Steven just running the blues down. This is definitely the color he was looking for.
And Steven with the blue. Tapir continues to draw back.
Now Tapir's definitely gonna think about this. Yep, see. Yeah, I knew Katie would be back. So what we're looking at now is Tapir just taking his time. I think he's got definitely has a lot of leg room, so but still, I mean, respectable to just think about this play here because, Steven's down a 3. He knows how scary it can be when he's down a 3, so he's really trying to take that into account.
That's thing stop, baby. That's thing stop.
Yeah,
That's it.
textbook. Oh, some displeasure from Tapir.
Was he gonna? He's definitely thinking about something here. Could be for a big player. Just
Oh,
wow.
Okay. I can see why he said that. So it sets Steven back to 9. Oh, Tapir. Hello. And he's gonna skip. He's gonna draw on the skip. I don't
Okay.
mind that.
I see.
He had to break up the
So-
momentum somehow. I do not mind that. But Steven's got still though. He threw 6 at him, so it's very possible Steven can take this and turn it around.
Definitely.
Yep,
is
he will.
interesting
He'll go
move.
into red. Double red skip.
Ooh. Okay.
Yellow skip.
Oh.
He's firing right back. I'm not surprised that this is what happens, but really you can't fault Tapir for making that move. Like, I feel like he had to steal some momentum. I feel like Steven had everything there. And he's going to get to the top floor with 9, and then Tapir fires right back with a double.
Yeah, looking like to be a back to relatively
here's a
even, but
+2.
Steven.
Double play
Okay, just a
back.
double play.
He's canceling it out.
Ooh, we go into red.
Into red. Oh,
That's
into
that's a good
blue!
play.
Trips 5!
Yeah, it was a good play, but Steven had an answer. We go back to blue, and once again, Tapir, nothing. Great position for Steven if he can get to Uno. He does.
Tapir. Oh,
Okay.
it sounds like a
Could be out of
range
options,
like
but
defeat.
he did get +6. So it's hard to predict what Steven has. So it might be okay to keep it blue,
okay,
but
he's gonna
not
go to
gonna.
yellow.
He's gonna go for a switch instead.
He's taking a risk, but he's got to find something here, and he's gonna draw on the skip.
And draws as well.
That could
Hoping for
be
the
good.
KT Classic.
That could be good. Oh no! I don't think this is a classic, or is it?
This could be a setup. It might be a setup play. Nah,
Don't
K2
play it
never
yet. He
draws.
hasn't drawn. It
K2
hasn't
never
happened
draws.
yet.
Yep, I was gonna say that because
I would never do a
This-
skip.
Uh-oh. Yeah, no, it's not. It's not gonna be a classic.
yeah, the minefield. Okay, I see it.
What is that?
0 sugar Uno.
So,
Oh.
okay. So I see what Tapir's saying there because so yeah, that makes sense, right? Because you use the skips to prevent a number efficient play. Works out. Gets back to Uno. I mean, Tapir can really just play it cool. I mean, just try not to expect the 0 finisher. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the rarest finish in the book, so he's in a good spot here.
And the bot is okay. There we go.
He's gonna draw. The lag is beautiful. Tapir draws, and I think, folks, we have made our first trip to Draw City in Game 6.
Yay.
All right.
And we both know Tapir is comfortable to go for Draw City here. He's not gonna try and get out as quickly as possible. He's gonna get there until he's built up enough inventory to make a win.
Yeah, definitely a big position um because it looked like everything was going Steven's way, and Tapir found a way to just keep it alive even without even giving some ammo. So it definitely just shows the skill in these players. Okay, technically Dittos himself after a little while. Doesn't really do much though.
Yeah, Tapir maybe not the best idea, but he's going to draw. I mean, it's not a backfire until the game's over. Draw City isn't a
At the
bad
end of
thing.
the day, yeah, you didn't lose. You haven't lost yet, so
Oh, well, you won't know until the end, so you can't say that.
the name of the game. It's Pierre's turn. Oh wait. Oh, it's because yeah, the bot just didn't type it, just didn't register. It did register. It just didn't show it.
Yeah, sometimes it does that. Me when the bot. Indeed, me when the bot as well. Steven's gonna go with the 8 down to 6. Tapir continues to draw back, and that's a top deck 8, and Steven will continue to draw as well.
Yeah, the Pierce especially drawing quite a bit, but okay, he's gonna play a yellow too.
You've crossed over 10 minutes, longest game of the series.
It's not gonna help Steven. But it will finally get out of red for both players. Steven.
Oh, an
Oh.
ISO play. Okay,
Whoa.
that's down 4-1. That's definitely not a bad move. Oh,
Wow.
Whoa.
Okay, that's probably
No
green.
way.
I'm assuming that's green
That's gonna be
instead
green.
of blue.
You know,
Okay,
you can't fault Steven. It's tough. That is a good good move.
First, it's to be honest, I didn't expect Steven to go for that play. I respect it though.
Oh, into blue. After the quick foray into green.
You know, we're seeing a lot of switches now. I mean, it's not going to mean too much at the moment, but Steven's still ahead for by a decent amount. Just Tapir looking to chip away, and he's getting there, but Steven's still only at 5 cards. We'll see what he can do with
Chips
them.
away with that reverse 7 double play. Steven went down to the 6. He's down to 4. And there's Tapir back to green. And that's nothing for Steven. Tapir can roll. Yep, he's going to +2 0 sugar combo as soon as the bot wakes the hell up.
Maybe just check the table. Because they might have.
Okay, you play the 0.
Okay, yeah, that's wild.
Play the 0. There you go. All right.
It didn't register either one. That's interesting.
It registered the +2, not the 0.
Or yeah, no, it only registered one of the two.
Yeah, one of the two. Yeah. That guy's cutting out on me. And Steven finds an 8 potentially off that +2. And there's a +4 combo to the top floor red. And Steven's starting to switch around here.
What we're looking at here, when Tapir said
put
knock it
Steven
in the hand, just backfired. I mean, it could have been a mind game.
Yeah, it could have been a
Which
mind game. I mean, I don't know. It could. I feel like he was being truthful, but get the one out first. Yeah, indeed.
I feel like either way, it doesn't really make a difference for Steven because if he doesn't have a great hand, so it's he just gotta run it down.
Back up,
So
run the Reds. No, oh, red, wild. Oh no.
honest, wow, that just made me realize I haven't seen a lot of wilds in this series at all. Ooh, Steven might have an answer though. Okay, no, just has to keep it red here. Go to red 7.
And back to blue.
He does get the switch.
Trying to force blue. And it's it's two sevens and a
Oh
power
my
play to
god.
Tapir. And that is a +4.
That-
Steven draws.
Well, Steven's gonna have to draw.
Yep, Steven draws. Power play
This
off the board for Tapir. And that is
that's
it.
3.
Tapir, and after a 14-minute game, Tapir is once again in the finale in Division 2 and takes the rematch with Steven in even more convincing fashion as he wins it 5-1. And Tapir, I'm going to you first. I mean, you've taken this league by storm. It's 2 straight finales in Division 2, and you made a Final Four in D1. Just tell me how this feels, and it could be possibly last ride in D2, and you're gonna go out at least in second place. Just talk to me how it feels about making another finale. And for Steven, tough one, another tough loss, but I mean, you fought valiantly despite the large deficit, and tell me what you is there anything you think you could pinpoint to this loss in series, and how are you gonna come back bigger, better, and stronger for T3?
Well, first off, I just want to say to Pierre, I'm so glad you're like moving up to D1. Congratulations! Oh my gosh, I don't have to battle you next time. I think Tapir is the reason why I keep losing. Yeah, that's the reason why. So I'm hoping with the next tourney, now that he's not going to be here, that I'll actually like win this time. No, but for real, I guess it's a mix of bad luck and bad decision making. I definitely got in my head a bit. Still regretting not doing that power play for this final game that we had. Honestly, I had like the worst draws ever, so I'm not too shocked that I ended up losing this one.
All right, thank you, Steven. And I'm gonna go with Yoshi first. Another finale for Tapir. He keeps it rolling, and what we pretty much considered to be his last ride in D2 because of just what he did in D1 and Aquatic April. Just talk to me about the series overall, and we have a finale contestant.
So yeah, I think for the series, I mean, I think for Steven, we can pinpoint that game where he had a really good hand and just couldn't, and just
Couldn't put it together.
and yeah, and chose not to use the power play when it came down to it. And from the looks of it, I guess it definitely could have extended the series in general. And for all we know, that could have been a game-changing mistake there. But I think overall, it's just one of those things where, with experience, when you make mistakes like that, you definitely learn from them. And I've experienced them too. Especially in my last match in MRE, I made a mistake that ended up costing me the entire series. So at least the way I see it, because then the bot lucks kind of gave me nothing in the final game. So like really just when I felt like when I had the opportunity, it was all over, and that's kind of what the bot was basically told me as well. As far as Steven goes, I think this is still like it's unfortunate that he just can't get past the wall that is Tapir, but I mean, not many people. Uh, no one can really say that they have beat Tapir except someone in D1. So like, it's not a loss that you can be disappointed about. I mean, in at the end of the day, losing to Tapir twice is not a good feeling, but
It's not a
um,
bad look.
you got to the Final Four twice. I mean, you have a really good record compared to other people at the moment. So, if you could just keep, I mean, this is already looking really good. So if you could just keep up at least getting decent wins moving forward into the next two tournaments for the season, I think he'll be in a good spot for that D2 championship, which he seems to be in a good position for at the moment. So I think he's really got not too much to worry about, especially with Tapir moving up, uh, which is you could call his, which is kind of his kryptonite right now. But he's not gonna have to deal with it, at least in this division. So I think it could spark some good things, but we'll have to see in T3 because anything can happen, especially in round one. We'll see if we change things up instead of doing best of five, no power play. We could change that, but as of right now, um, there's a it's still going to be an interesting situation for Steven, but I think he's just got to hold his head high. Uh, as far as his record, he's definitely in a spot that not many other people can say. So at least he has that going for him at least. And then for Tapir, of course, this is just yeah, I don't know. I mean, he's not really. I respect that he's not going to hold back, even though at this point he's kind of confirmed out of this division once the tournament's over. He definitely wants that last laugh in the division two and getting the second tournament D2, the second win in a row for the entire tournament. In this case, he's not going to have a rematch, so so we could expect so an upset is not impossible.
And
Whoever
these
ends up
players,
facing Tapir.
both of them are players he knows, and I'm just wanted to mention this. I was gonna look here at what Tapir said. He just gonna read his quote off real quick. He said, "I can guarantee you I've been surprising myself at times, whether by skill or by pure coincidence. I've had more than my fair share of plays break my way. Thankfully, that stint in Draw City was my saving grace to turn the tables and close out the series. Now I have my eyes on the finale, knowing full well that winning there will cement my legacy in D2. Back-to-back debut championships is something to behold, but it doesn't come without a struggle. I have one last struggle, whether by playing Gone or Mild, because I know both those players well, and I know what they're capable of. So whichever of us wins, I know it'll be earned, and whichever of us loses, I know it won't be in vain." Yeah, I mean, Yoshi, it's gonna be a fun finale. Whoever comes out of that one in the 2-1-2-7 seeds. I said this before in the pod, like when we looked at the pod before the series started, like the final four really illustrates this entire tournament. Like you had all 4 1 seeds make it to the regional final, so this match was a match of 2 1 seeds, and then you also have the new players, the new kids on the block, those 2 7 seeds Gone to Mael playing tomorrow. Those are gonna both bring us they're both new players that are gonna shine, and one of them's gonna make a finale. It should be a fun finale to watch. But yeah.
Yeah, I can agree with that. Um, I won't be there for. I will not be there for the stream, so at least to commentate. So just the definitely good luck to both those players. They're gonna put on I bet they're gonna put on a really good show, and whoever wins is gonna have a lot of motivation to take down Tapir. So
No doubt, yeah. My Hill wants to cook that spam. Before we close this one out, I wanted to throw it over to KT. We talked about Tapir plenty in both divisions, and he's gonna be in D1 after this tournament finale. But we also got to talk about Steven. Steven's made back-to-back Final Fours in this division. Not quite made it past the wall of Tapir, but he's going, and it could be his time to shine. And he's also he's a potential promotion candidate. I would just want to have you talk about how Steven could fit into Division 1 should he find his way to a spot in promotion come next season.
Well, he should have been here. I mean, the reason why he wasn't here in Division 1 in the first place is because he had some intriguing scheduling conflicts that we just couldn't work around. He should have been here. He should have replaced, believe it or not, I think he should have replaced. God, what a story this would have been. I think he was supposed to replace Ashley, which would have been ridiculous. Could you imagine that time frame?
yeah,
That would have been something.
That's a whole nother timeline.
Yeah, that's another whole nother timeline. We have Ashley down here, and yeah, no, I wouldn't even want to think about that. But no, thank God it worked out. Thank God it worked out the way we did, because we would never had the finale. And who knows? Who knows where I would be right now, right? But realistically, look, when he gets there,
decimated the script.
yeah, when he gets there, I'm going to say this right now. When he gets once he gets there, he has a lot of things he's learning from Tapir, not just Tapir, but from this division, where he can be a D1 player. Look, a lot of the D1 guys, if you want to know the difference between D1, if you're going to, for example, let's play you're playing heat check guard, right? You're not going to get away with table talk. You're not. Heat check guard is going to, look, he's not going to say a word, right? He's going to be stone cold killer. A lot of the guys over there are very stone cold. So you guys will have a little bit of an advantage, right? When you get up there, you're going to bring a unique aspect to the game. But it depends who you play, right? And when he gets there, once he factors in, he'll understand the culture, right? It's completely different. It's a lot more professional over there. The streams are a little different, right? They're much more in depth. But at the same time, what you get, right, with a D1 look is you're going to get 60, 70, 80, 100 different looks. Right, and when he's losing to Tapir, he's getting 30, 40, 50 different looks from Tapir, because Tapir has that many tricks in the bag. And Tapir can say the same thing when he lost to Ashley. He lost to somebody that had about 200 different looks. It's not out of the question to get players like that have so many different looks and different mindsets, right? But when he gets there, he'll be interesting. He'll definitely fit into the retro category, the Sting category. But is Steven going to be someone just going to hit off the park like Tapir did? You never know. But there's a lot more elements in D1 that when he gets there, he's going to understand animal control. He's going to understand what reserve tanks mean. He's going to understand more terminology. And when he starts to understand more terminology, I think he'll start to flourish. But I can't say right now he's worried about that. All his goal is just to continue to knock out these Final Fours. Right, naturally get there, and if he wins D2 champ, he'll get automatically promoted to Super League, right? And then that'll be his first stage. One of these guys has to join us, right? And just to make that group stage in general, or if it's just straight promotion next year, it's going to be a little bit of an interesting challenge, I think, for the players that are going to be coming from this class, because you got to understand, short. If we just talked about in the pod, there's a couple freebie wins. Now with the 8 promotion, there's probably none. Next year is probably none. I'm gonna bet maybe 1 or 2. There's nothing really going to be terms of freebie. It's only going to get more harder. Get it while you can right now, because these guys coming up have talent, and once they start to understand the 100, 200 different looks that the D1 players can do, some of these guys, it'll be different. Look, let's exclude me, right? Because I have 1,000 different looks. Look at Cody. He's got 200 looks. Ashley's got 500 looks. You've got players like Turner. Oh, he's only got 1. No, he's got about 30 looks. Who else is up there? Nam plays exceptionally quick, but he can do 10, 20 different looks. The more looks you see, the more you start to understand what Pandora's box is, understand all these terms. you'll understand that, you know what, maybe this is all a learning experience, and you get to look at these. Well, it's not counter. But the point is just you'll understand all the looks and all the different styles people have, and it's just about adapting. Film study will be important, like it always is in D1, and then of course you got to deal with the old classic, pressers and all that fun stuff we have. But regardless, though, I expect when he gets there, he's going to be good. And everybody, man, look at Tapir. I'm proud of him for making a stand here. He's going to get one last ride, one last hurrah here in the finale, and he'll be with us, man. He'll be, you know what it is, short. This is April Airwaves, right? He's entering his final flight, right? And usually in the final flight, you're supposed to give a wing wave as a pilot. I know that for a fact because I've actually been on a final flight of one captain in the past in my life, and I always say, where's the wing wave? So I expect Tapir to give a nice wing wave in the finale, whoever he plays, and it'd be fitting. Fitting if it is gone, right? A foreign wing wave from Ireland, all the way from Michigan. But if it's not gone, if it is Mihail, it should be a good battle. What is it? Michigan versus North Carolina, classic rivalry.
I think South Carolina.
Or South Carolina, classic rivalry, regardless. So should be a fun one. I look forward to the wing wave for Tapir, and he'll go up there from 30,000 feet to 120,000 feet, man.
That is the character arc. Yeah, it really is.
Yeah, we'll see in the stratosphere. But
but as for Steven, I mean, table talks still very much exists in D1. There's just a lot of like stone cold, locked in kind of players. No doubt about it. Like you get people like Stingray and Zay, and there are a lot of there's a lot of table talk. Like it's definitely not as widespread as we see. We talk about it a lot, KT. It's not as widespread as it is here in D2, but there are players like that, no doubt. Like we just said, Tapir said, we watched Steven versus Stingray. I think that would be very entertaining.
Yeah, just don't get heat check guard. Don't piss him off.
Yeah, don't piss him off. Yeah, it's not worth your time or your soul.
That's how you piss him off, right there. No, anyway, no. All joking aside, no. You'll understand when you get there, but keep enjoying the moment right now. And when you get to the top league, I'll guide you through it. It's a whole different experience. You'll get the family treatment. That's
KT's
for sure.
Got you.
Yeah, you'll get
Big
that.
boss got you.
And here comes one right now. Oh boy.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, you pezzed in the chat. Let's see it here.
I'm good. I'm good talking short. Wrapping up, baby.
Yeah. So that is going to do it for us tonight. We are going to take a look quickly at the pod. Tapir on to the finale for one more time in D2, and he will take on either Gon or Mahel. Like we said, it's a character arc. It's two UUL players, and I have to go back to chat just to show this because that's actually valid, Ypez. But yeah, Tapir promoted to D1. There we go. Anyway, but yeah, we will know one day. You all will know one day how promotion and relegation is gonna work. It's coming soon, very soon. And we will find out. But like we said, 2 7 seeds facing off. Gone. Mahel tomorrow, 2:00 Eastern time. We'll check in at 1:45 right here in the D2 server. Watch us live on YouTube or in the D2 server. Join us in voice chat. However you'd like to watch. But Tapir's in the finale, and that is going to do it for us tonight. For my co-commentators, Yoshi and KT. Yoshi for reffing as well. KT giving those wise D1 words. And for all those who joined, Mahel, Eli, and Ypez joining in just at the gun. I am not sure. Thank you for joining us. Great work for both of our players, Steven and Tapir, making another Final Four, and it's Tapir advancing in 6 to his last D1 finale against either Gon or Mahel. We'll find out tomorrow afternoon who it will be. But for tonight, thank you for joining us, and we will see you tomorrow in the second game of the Final Four of D2 April Airwave.